So you guys know I came from a really weird community of people, and I've talked about it in other videos, like the crazy girlfriend video and shit like that, but I thought I would do a whole video on what I used to be like and how I got myself into shitty situations. So, yeah, you guys know I used to be really into fucking hardcore music, like legitimately, like, I was a very big fan of, like, metal-ass, like, fucking, there's so many names for it, I'm just gonna call it metal, just so that people get the general idea. I know that may piss some people off, because there's, like, a million different fucking names. Some people call it fucking hardcore, some people call it screamo, and others call it fucking whatever the fuck they want to call it. But, basically, I came from a really bad community of fucking people, because I used to go to shows, and I would go to shows and just meet the most fucking freaky people. There's this one guy in particular where every time I would go in, he worked security, and he would look at me with a fucking death stare, like straight up, like, what the fuck are you doing here? And he would never talk. For like the 3 years that I've been going to this place, he never talks. He just sits there and he stares at you, and he's got a fucking purple mohawk. And he looks at these people, like he stares at everyone like he's about to kill them. And back then, when I used to go to these shows, I was like 12, 13 years old. And I know you guys are probably like, why the fuck did you like music like this back then, like 12, 13? Well, I grew up with a family, well, my brothers and shit, they really loved it, and I was kind of forced into it, and I loved the music too, so I went into that community of people kind of young, and I was like the only young kid there, and it was really funny, like, everyone would just stare at you because, you know, you're a 12-year-old at a fucking venue watching metal-ass, like, crazy shows, everyone's, like, sitting there watching you, but, yeah, I used to go in there, and this dude would always stare at me, and, like, my brother one day was just like, dude, he's 12 years old, he's not gonna stab anyone, don't worry about it. And, yeah, and then the guy just kind of looked the other way, and we went inside. But, there was always some freaky-ass people there in the crowd. Like, motherfuckers were always getting slammed, hit, fighting, fucking giving me looks, looking like I was about to get shot by someone. They were always scary-ass looking people. And I remember one particular day where I went inside, and, by the way, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with fucking having a fucking purple mohawk and, you know, fucking throwing beer cans around, but some of these people, man, were just the way, like, they acted and the shit they said were creepy, like, real creepy. And there was one occurrence where we were inside fucking watching a show, and in the back room they keep all the drums and, like, guitars and shit. We went back there because my brother, like, works staff. So we went in there, and we're watching a show, and I'm just enjoying the music because it was one of the bands that I really liked. And everyone's fucking moshing, everyone's fucking throwing cans around, there's fights, and it was just getting really fucking chaotic. And my brother actually came to get me. He's like, yeah, let's get out of here. And we started to leave, and a fucking fight broke out in the crowd between like 5 different people. And a fucking dude who was moshing, who wasn't even involved in the fight, hit another guy in the nose with his head and broke his fucking nose. And that just started a whole thing. Then that guy got involved, and that guy's girlfriend was trying to break it up. And then they fucking ended up like going into the other room and fighting and like hitting the equipment and the drums and shit. And I'm just 12 years old sitting here like, let's get the fuck out of here, man. There's a fight going on. Like, let's leave. And everyone there was like crowding around, and we couldn't even leave because there was such a big fight going on. And it was just fucking crazy. And I remember when we finally got out of there was like cops and shit, and it got really fucking hectic in there. I think more shit ended up happening. I'm pretty sure there was even a weapon involved, but we never actually ended up seeing it. So we just left and went home, but we kept going back to this place even though that happened, and I actually ended up meeting a lot of friends through this stuff, and going to shows and shit. I found a lot of people actually my age that were just like me, and I became friends with them, and I still know a lot of them to this day, really cool people. But once again, I'm not saying it's bad to fucking dress up and, you know, be whoever you want to be and wear whatever you want to wear, but I think it's a little weird to stare at 12-year-olds like you're about to stab them in the face 14 times with a rusty knife. So, yeah, remember, kids, purple mohawks equal murder and all sorts of bad things. So, anyway, guys, I want to tell you guys this little story from my past about me and what I used to do, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. Sorry that it's 12 a.m. and this went up because Mr. Luna likes to sleep all fucking day. And yeah, but anyway, I love you guys all so much. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Really appreciate it. And leave a comment below. Peace out, everyone.